Let's start our focus today with a look at 3i Infotech. Interesting development. As a matter of fact, the CDR Empowered Committee, CDR Empowered Group rather, has okayed the conversion of rupee debt into forex debt, translating to about $250 million. We have Charanjit Atra, ED and CFO at 3i Infotech joining us from Mumbai. Charanjit, great having you with us. Can you run us through the conversion process here and how much do you save as far as interest costs are concerned post this conversion?
Yeah, Ashutosh. The CDR Empowered Group on November 14th approved our proposal to convert about 1,300 crores of rupee debt into foreign currency debt at LIBOR plus 6.5%. Our existing interest rate on rupee debt was about 14.75%. Now, this clearly saves us about, even if I assume the LIBOR to be at 25 bips, about 7.5 to 7.75% interest on 1,300 crores, which, if all the lenders signed to the agreement would be a total savings of about 80 to 100 crores per annum. But let me also tell you here, it is in principle approval from the CDR Empowered Group, and we need to get our, certain documentation done with the banks. But yes, this entire proposal does help us a lot, particularly to our sales cycle, which will boost our revenues, because this will give confidence to the clients on a financial stability. If you look at our performance over the past 4 to 5 quarters, we have been clocking EBITDAs over, our EBITDA profits or the earnings before interest and depreciation has been about, about $9 to $10 million per quarter. And our interest cost on a quarterly basis will come down by about 20 to 25 crores. And, with a little bit more increase in EBITDA, we could, really look at, good results in the coming next fiscal year.
What is the total debt now on the books, whether it's rupee denominated or it's forex denominated total?
If I exclude the convertible bonds, the foreign currency convertible bonds, the debt would be about 1,600 to 1,700 crores, depending upon the foreign currency rate.
Okay. Then let's talk about plans to ramp up India operations. What's the game plan?
See, as far as our India operations are concerned, the company is, into two things. One is the products business and one is the services business. As far as our product business is concerned, our products on anti-money laundering, which is the MLOC, is, doing quite well, and, we are actually increasing the installation of this product across all the banks, and I would, not be wrong if I say a substantial number of banks are using our product called MLOC. The one new product that we are going to now announce is M-Fund Plus, which is an, a higher version of the product called M-Fund, which is used by a large number of mutual funds in the country. Similarly, our banking product, which we call it as a universal lending product, which is for lending businesses, is doing quite good, and we are getting a lot of, inquiries in the same. So we believe the product business, which has a high operating margin, it will catch up in the coming 6 to 12 months. On the services side, our application development and management services also, catching up momentum in the recent past. We have signed a couple of good large orders from NBFCs and certain banks. In fact, some of our India products, we have signed a large deal in London also to sell one of our India products. But, we are also looking at, coming into India with our ERP product, which is called Orion, which is doing quite well in the Middle East and the Africa regions. We believe that this ERP model, though will have some lead time, but in the coming 12 to 18 months would be a product which would fetch us a decent amount of revenues in India also.
Right. So when you talk to clients, can you help us understand where do we see client concentration right now? Is it coming from US, Europe or other geographies? And what exactly is the sense you're picking up as far as 2014 calendar year is concerned in terms of deals, in terms of new business originating from these key markets?
Right now, if I look at FY 2014, which is like just 4 months left, our 60% of our business would come from emerging markets, which is India, Asia and the Middle East.
Okay. All right, Charanjit. Thank you so much for joining us. Great getting your thoughts. That's the management of 3i Infotech talking about the debt conversion, and after that the plans to ramp up business, new product offerings, and the outlook for the next calendar year. The stock is actually doing pretty well. It's up nearly 5% right now. Focusing on UCO Bank.